Pastor Stacey, welcome to Cheerwine Chat. It's great to be together.
Yes, it is. Thanks for having me.
What's it been like these last couple of months, winding down your time in Salisbury?
Ooh, it's really been an interesting journey. I really feel like a great sports star who retires at the height of their career. In some sense, there's a question, if we could have a little bit longer, what could happen? Everybody says, don't go, we love you so. But when the timing is right for a transition, it's the right thing to do. No matter how much you love the place and the time and the people that you're with. So that's been my overwhelming feeling. I love this place and I love these people, but the time is right for the next step.
Thinking about timing, it's been 4 years together here. As you look back on it, what are some of the memories and moments that stand out?
It's interesting, the pandemic, of course, will continue to be something that we measure time by and measure differences by as we reflect on the past. So as I've been reflecting back on ministry, my brain has sort of stopped with the pandemic and having to shift, March 2020, what we were doing so drastically. But it's really been a gift to reflect back even further of all the things that we've done together over the last 4 years. My brain first goes to the really fun, exciting events that we've done, like first fantastic variety show and, seeing Raleigh go through a kata and use a pogo stick, Coleman playing the banjo, getting to do just a silly violin piece with Jen and the chickens, and our carpool karaoke Mark and Jen and I did. Just those fun, joyful, letting free kind of moments. But my heart also goes to those beautiful moments of worship and Bible study, like our All Saints service, being in our beautiful sanctuary with the beautiful banners, our service of holiness and healing that we've done during Christmas time for those who are hurting, just the heights of joy and the depth of being together in the midst of difficult times.
Talk a little bit about the Gator reading program at Eisenberg, how that was a ministry project that was not only building upon what the church had already been doing at Eisenberg, but also the learnings from that going toward what you presented for ordination.
Sure. For ordination, we have to do a project that takes the next step in our local church and really involves people in the congregation. This church has had a meaningful relationship with Eisenberg for many, many years, including some mentoring programs and tutoring kinds of activities. But a few years ago, the school system changed its requirements for volunteers, and so some of that got disrupted. So we had an opportunity to take the next step with Eisenberg and go a little bit deeper. The school developed this curriculum that is really evidence-based, but has an adult paired with a student who's struggling to learn to read, and they meet together, and that bond really strengthens reading outcomes. So we were really fortunate to have a wonderful group of people go. One of the great surprises for me is I expected maybe all the retired teachers in the congregation would be the ones to jump in, but instead we had a great group, including a lot of men that came to the elementary school and just really fell in love with working with kids and spending time reading with them. And this program not only helped improve reading outcomes, but just helped deepen our relationship with Eisenberg. It was just a beautiful thing to watch and participate in.
Well, and our church definitely wants to continue that so that it will continue to deepen the relationship so that the impact on those children is felt. We want to continue that for sure.
Yeah.
So when you look back on these 4 years, one of the great things about you, Stacey, is you're a reflective person, and you have the capacity to connect things and to deeply imagine where there's meaning. So when you look back on these 4 years, what are some of the lessons you think you'll be taking with you?
I am really struck by a phrase I heard in a podcast soon after I arrived here. It was reflecting on Enneagram personality types, and had an interview with someone with the same type as me. Happens to be called the peacemaker. They said they heard a word from God that they were to heal and to heal, to heal and to heal. And as soon as I heard that phrase, I really felt like that was my purpose here too. I came here pretty soon after my liver transplant. And while I was physically doing well, there's a lot of healing to do from big events. So I was here to heal and to take a break from preaching every week and some of those kinds of things, to be able to partner with you, Mark, and with our staff in really wonderful ways, but also to try to be a non-anxious presence in the midst of our community and our church, to just listen to people and have them felt heard, to make sure that we were being connected. And those simple kind of gestures and actions really lend themselves to healing. So that's what I hope I have done, and hope that we have done together.
You've done that and so much more. Salisbury is in transition. Downtown Salisbury is trying to reimagine itself. The role of the mainline church in American culture is different than what it used to be. We're continuing to wrestle with that, along with all the other particular things that make local church life interesting and fun. And you've absolutely contributed to healing and growth. And it's been wonderful to witness and to see. And I'm personally very thankful for that. So, coming up ahead, you and your husband, Kevin, will move to Wadesboro to start a new adventure. Say more about that.
Sure. I will be going from first to first. It makes me think of the Psalm. I think it's 84, going from strength to strength with God's help. I'll be moving from First Salisbury to First Wadesboro. It's a little smaller community than this one, but I'll also get the privilege of working with 3 other smaller churches in what's called the Anson Circuit. So that's New Hope and Long Pine and Morven United Methodist churches. They're really excited about working together in new ways. They love being in the community, and they're ready for next steps. So really excited to be able to think through with them, what's the next faithful step for them, as I've been able to think the next faithful steps for Salisbury.
I have no doubt that the people there will be tremendously blessed by your pastoral ministry, because First United Methodist Church Salisbury has been amazingly blessed. And when we look back over the years, the relationships formed, the impact made, all of us are so thankful.
Thank you. I'm overwhelmingly full of gratitude as well.
This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.
Pastor Stacey, First United Methodist Church of Salisbury, loves you.
Thank you. I love First Salisbury and everyone here. One of the great gifts about being in the United Methodist Church is that we're connectional. And so even though I'll be in a different place, the bonds of love are not broken, and we're connected in ministry. So I'm so grateful for you, for all the lessons and love that I will carry with me.